Hey everyone, it's Simon from Inklips, and welcome to MISTI Mania. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create these two watercolor cards using some Brusho and the mini MISTI. I know those things don't sound like they go together really well, but I'm going to be showing you a really creative use on how to watercolor with your MISTI, and I told you this tool does everything in past videos, and it really does, and it works for a lot of different techniques. So today I am going to be giving away one of these mini MISTIs, and I'm super excited. So find out at the end of the video and over on my blog how you can enter to win one of these mini MISTIs because it's an amazing tool. So I'm going to be using these Brusho Powder watercolors. I've been trying to use them for such a long time, but they usually just end up making mud on my cards. So today, using the mini MISTI, you can get a really controlled but organic look at the same time without getting mud, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to be sprinkling a little bit of this powder onto my watercolor cardstock. A little bit goes a long way with this stuff. And then I'm spraying some water droplets onto the door of the mini MISTI. I'm going to swing this over onto my project, which is the watercolor cardstock, and I'm going to push down pretty hard on all of these places. And basically, wherever you push, the water will kind of spread out the watercolor powder and make it kind of react and go into its own little kind of bubbles and really make an organic watercolor look. Now, where you press really hard, it'll get the darker the color, and the more you press, the more it'll spread out and kind of create a lighter color. If I'm making any sense here whatsoever, it makes a really cool watercolor. You guys can just kind of experiment with it. I just experimented with it a couple times before I did the video, and you can get some really amazing results with this. So then I'm doing the same thing with some oranges and yellows. Again, just pushing down pretty hard on it. Now, you don't want to break your MISTI, so you don't want to push too hard, but I have all the papers stacked up, so all my grid paper stacked up, so it's at the brim, so you don't need to push too hard with this. You just kind of need to swing your MISTI door over, and then push wherever you want the watercolor to show up. Now, the second one did make a little bit of a muddy color, but wherever there is kind of more of a brown color that you really don't want, you can kind of wipe that away with a cloth, but I did add some black to this, which is basically a bunch of colors mixed together. It's a really cool brush of color, and the more you press to it, the more kind of black it turns, so that's kind of why this one's a little bit more muddy of colors, but I still really appreciate how it turned out. Then I'm going to be lifting it off of my MISTI, and it's pretty easy cleanup. Now, I have laminated one of these little sheets from the MISTI, so it's really easy cleanup, just wiping that off, and you can even rip off the top sheet of your grid paper, and it's basically clean just like that. You need to clean it off right away, though, because otherwise it could stain your MISTI. That's a possibility, but you can easily get it off with some water or that MISTI cleaner that you can buy with the MISTI. So I'm going to be using a Lawn Fawn die cut, the Thanks die, and I basically use this on every card that I go through that I need a die cut. I don't have many word dies, and I need a couple more, but this is my go-to word die, so I'm adding it on the edge, kind of hanging off of the watercolor pieces, and then I'm going to add them onto some side folding card bases. Now, with this orange one, I added foam tape on the top so that the top would kind of pop up, and then on the blue one, I added it on the bottom so the Thanks die would kind of be popping up off the card. I think I like the blue variation and watercolor just a little tiny bit better, but you guys let me know down in the comments below if you like the orange one or the blue one better, and which kind of foam tape you like, if it's popped up at the top or down by the sentiment. You let me know down in the comments below your opinion on these two cards. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a big thumbs up, and if you want to, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate that. Now, let's get into talking about this mini MISTI and the giveaway. Now, all you're going to need to do to enter this giveaway is stop over by my blog, leave a comment down there, read it, just leave a comment on what you would use the mini MISTI for and kind of why you need it and why you would want to use it. And also, here on YouTube, if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be great, and that would give you another entry to win this mini MISTI. So, I have two videos on screen here for you to watch. The first one using some Brusho, and the second one featuring 5 ways to use the MISTI. Both of these videos are super helpful, and make sure to stop over by inklips.com for much more information about this card and many others. Also, all the price will be listed and linked down below in the YouTube description, and if you want to check over my blog, they'll be over there as well, along with many more pictures and much more information. I hope you guys will have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon in another card making video. Bye!